I build this talk as something interesting, but what it really is a discussion of places that you, whoever is listening to this or watching it, might find interesting on the internet. Now, what's interesting to one person might be dull as dishwater to another, and what's dull to a third might be fascinating to a fourth. So where do I start? Well, I'll start with things that are interesting to me. Before I get started, let me tell you how this is organized. Over here on the left are a bunch of subjects that I'm going to talk about. You can play this at home because when I finish, this will be put up on my YouTube page and it'll be on the list of mini seminars. You can go to the places I will be talking about by using these URLs, the ones that start with HTTP. For the ones that don't start with HTTP, these are titles on my list of mini seminars here. The first thing I usually do when I go to my computer is to go to my email. And I imagine you do too. Everybody's email is different, so I'm certainly not going to go into that. The next thing I go to is the stock market. And today the stock market didn't do terribly well. It looks like it ended up exactly where it started. Well, I do have on my list of mini seminars a tutorial on how to get stock prices often and easily, with some gimmicks that you may not know the way you go to look at stock prices if they are of interest to you. The next place I often go is webcams. I'm particularly fond of Hawaii, and here's an example of where I end up. There's what's going on right now at the surf spot in Hanalei Bay on Kauai. But you can go to Google and Google San Diego webcams. Here's one I found that way, right down in Mission Beach. You can check the weather and see how foggy it is at Mission Beach on any given day. Now let's talk a bit about the news. I've got lots of news organizations on my browser. I have places with news here where I can go to Fox News, I can go to CNN, I can go to the Honolulu Star Bulletin, but while I'm here I often go to the Union Tribune. The Union Tribune had a fascinating article today about will Windows 8 lure buyers back to PCs. It talks about how tablets and smartphones have essentially put a big damper on the PC market, both for Apple and Microsoft. And Microsoft with Windows 8 is trying to get that back. One of the things they are doing is making a Windows 8 computer which will actually have a touch screen. You can buy this thing called an Ultrabook, where the display comes off the normal clamshell type of system where the keyboard is on one side and the tablet is on the other. You can pull the display off and use it. The display is on the other. You can pull the display off and just use it like a tablet. That fascinated me this morning. And here is a link to that Windows 8 article in Friday's Union Tribune, in case you want to read it when you get home. Now, if you want some news from a point of view that you won't get from CNN, Fox News, or the Union Tribune, try Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera is it's a TV network owned by the state of Qatar and headquartered in Doha in the Middle East. It was initially launched as an Arabic news and current affairs satellite TV channel, and it's since expanded into a network with several outlets, including the internet. You can go there and find articles and opinions and information that you won't find anywhere in the West. I recommend it. The conventional wisdom is that seniors like to use computers largely for communicating with friends and family. And here are two mini seminars on my list of them that talk about how to do that. One is to share photos using Picasa albums, and the other one is how to get a video that you've taken maybe of your grandchildren or great-grandchildren on your camcorder, and how to get that up on YouTube so that all sorts of people can see it. There's another way to communicate with friends these days. Nowadays, you can go to your own notebook, if it has a camera and a recorder in it, and you can record a video of yourself saying hi to all your friends and save it on your computer as a file, forward it as an attachment to an email, and talk to people live, whether they want to listen or not.